When I talk about unimaginable possibility, that there is an unimaginable possibility inside us, an unimaginable possibility inside everyone, I'm referring to a quality and a quantity of life experience. I'm saying that there is a life inside you that is rich and beautiful and delicious and meaningful and expansive in every way. There is inside each of us, a quality and quantity of life that is unimaginable. And because it's unimaginable, most of us never imagine, most human beings never imagine it. And those that do are often not willing to do the work it takes to bring that possibility to life. One of my favorite things that you see on the Facebook, because you see lots of times people are talking to the universe. I think it's so charming. Unfortunately, the universe is probably not listening. But, we're sitting on top of the most extraordinary computer that exists on the earth, and that is our own nervous system. And I could go on there's a lot I could say about how little control we actually have over our lives, or over anything. We have almost no control over anything. But, and talking to the universe is not going to change nothing. But if we can begin to turn our attention inside ourselves and do like I ask you to do, to ask in yourself as deeply and sincerely as you can to grow spiritually, then what you are doing by making that effort over time is programming this extraordinary computer that is your own nervous system to begin to organize your your life force, your energy resources, to organize those resources to be expressed in the form of an unimaginable possibility, in the form of a quality and a quantity of life experience that is completely extraordinary. There are three things you have to get through, to get to the unimaginable possibility. Those three things are the tensions that you built up today that you didn't deal with, the tensions that you've been storing inside yourself that you haven't dealt with for decades, probably your whole life, and the tensions that you brought into this life that you inherited from your ancestors. And the reason I would never say to you to ask of this extraordinary creative mechanism that exists inside you for something specific. The reason I say to you, ask to grow spiritually, ask to open your heart, ask to know God. There are a lot of things you can ask, but if you're going to ask for $1 million, I have a few things to say. First of all, because of those three layers of pathology that remain undealt with inside us. The first thing is, if you ask for whatever is your most craven desire, you wouldn't recognize it if it, if you got it. Then there is the other thing of be careful what you ask for, because when you get it, you're going to find out that the expense of it is not at all what you had in mind. I talked to you last week about commitment and how important it is, because in beginning to reach within ourselves to that potential within us to experience a quality and a quantity of extraordinary life, truly extraordinary, we will have to reach into ourselves through those three dimensions of what we need to deal with, and we will need to hold our attention steady as we reach through all of our pathologies and resolve them in order to create a clear space within ourselves in which something really amazing can actually happen. In the Bible, it's the only thing I actually believe in that's in the Bible. It says, ask and you shall receive. And I really believe this. But for sure, you are going to have to ask over and over and over and over again, and you're going to have the ability to actually do a little work and persevere in an effort over time that will allow your asking to activate and disperse all the layers of accumulated pathology and ultimately connect in that place, which has the possibility of actually answering, manifesting your prayer. We don't need to talk to the universe. We need to talk to our own deepest inner self. We need to talk to our own heart. And in talking to our own heart, everything that we need will become available for us. And if we have the capacity, and it's really simple to be committed to being positive, actually, I mean to say, being present first, being present, and being positive, and being perspicacious. Haven't heard me say that word in a while, have you? I used to riff on there is a Tibetan author. He's a 12th century author he writes beautifully. But in the hands of a German translator whose English isn't that great, oh my God. So he has this one, the German translator translates this phrase of Longchenpa's, and he says, limpid clearness and consummate perspicacity. And I haven't given a talk on limpid clearness and consummate perspicacity in a while, but I thought I'd throw you a curveball and at least use the word. If we can be present and begin to peel away the tensions of today, we will, in not a whole long period of time, Get really good at that, so good at it that we're starting to peel away the tensions of yesterday and the day before and the decade before that. Until we get to a place where we are unwinding all of the tensions and disappointments and struggles of our ancestors, which have been, visited upon us, and come to a place where the quality and quantity of our life is extraordinarily rich, and our capacity to share that with everyone, that richness with everyone whose life our life touches, keeps growing exponentially. You have the most powerful computer on the face of the earth right inside you. Some of you have fried some of the wiring, and it may take you a little while to get it fixed, but you're in the right place. Don't worry. You've got the most powerful creative tool in the universe right inside you. Turn your attention to it. Activate it. Amazingly, and oh so simply, it is powered by your breath. It's powered by your breath. Isn't that unbelievable? It's powered by your breath. Doesn't matter how old you are. Doesn't matter how young you are. Nothing matters. Everything in an instant can change completely. It only matters that you simply, purely continue to ask until you genuinely make contact and begin to awaken within yourself that unimaginable possibility. Namaste, everyone.